here. You mentioned Sif wasn't a good mother when you knew her. Like, she used to drink a lot?
Aye. She and Thor seldom knew a moment's sobriety, whether brutally dealing with their enemies or, just as brutally, raising those boys.
What do you mean?
Oh, little brother. I know you didn't have an easy childhood, but you can't fathom how much worse it can get. Imagine learning discipline by having it thrashed into time and again. That was Thor's approach, the same one Odin used on him. A poisonous notion of manhood passed down through generations. A grim inheritance, leaving all of them the poorer.
Well, Sif doesn't drink anymore. Neither of them do.
I am quietly flabbergasted to hear it.
I get the sense it's more recent for him, but I know he loves his daughter.
I expect that's the explanation.
Wait. Let us look this way.
Did the lighthouse put this lock here? How would they care what happens in the Barrens?
When we were in Vanaheim, Big Bear and Bela spoke of this place. They said it was forbidden. Went on about uncovering some secret history.
Secret history? Sounds like your kind of adventure.
Aye, that's what I said.
Another storm awaits.
Yeah, but at least now we know how to end it. So, once we free both Hafgufas and end all the storms, then what?
Healing this land will take more than a pair of singing Hafgufa. The scars of conflict are woven into the very fabric of the realm. I have to believe, in the long run, we're doing right by Alfheim. But, well, what's your father always saying in this situation?
Keep your expectations low, and you'll never be disappointed?
Wise words.
Well, best we start looking for a way underground.
We gotta find the right cave. There! I see a way in. Wasn't sure before, but I'm glad we're doing this. This sandstorm just feels wrong for Alfheim.
Aye. Hearing the Song of the Sands again is a rare privilege, even if it's only a solo act.
Not once we free this other Hafgufa. It'll be a duet. Helka! What is this place? It doesn't look like a dark... cave?
An abandoned ancient settlement by the looks of it. Built long before the Lightwell's creation.
More hive matter as well.
I'd say we're on the right track then.
Blocked.
Yeah? What about from down here? Ew. Guess some of this hive stuff doesn't like sound. Mimir, the last time we were in Alfheim, this hive stuff was all over the realm. It looked unnatural. Like it was choking the life out of everything. Even the light itself.
It looked that way because you're not from this realm, lad. To the Dark Elves, the hive is more natural than that faultless, lily-white column in the center of the well. Just look at how old some of these surfaces are. Far older than the Lightwell, or even our trapped Hafgufa for that matter.
You have a point.
I'd like to believe I always do.
Looks thick. Not sure why that works, but I'm glad it does. Watch out! The wreck's gonna explode!
Find you, watcher! Good hit, brother! Poison! Right flank!
Watch out! What are the Light Elves doing down here? Isn't this Dark Elf territory?
Territory changes hands often in Alfheim, or so it appears.
Big Veer did mention that these ruins have historical significance for the Light Elves. I assumed they're only here to keep intruders out.
Oops.
I suspect the corpse below would disagree. Good eye. Let's continue, shall we?
Watch out! Left side! So with two Hafgufa, are they gonna be able to make more?
Almost certainly. A bittersweet spectacle, considering the cost.
The cost?
Aye. The adult's light fades as they pass it on to their offspring.
Hold on. Are you saying they have to die to have kids?
They don't have to, but the more light they give, the higher the chance of their offspring's survival.
Damn. That's... wow.
It is what parents do.
Really? All parents are supposed to die for their children?
It is what I would do.
Well, here it is. Guess it's time to free it.
You don't seem particularly happy about it, lad.
We're freeing them only for them to die. It doesn't seem fair.
Life seldom is. But their sacrifice will allow their children to thrive. So they will die contented.
I hadn't thought about it like that. Just, if I were one of the children, I wouldn't want them to.
I know, son. But it is the only choice they can make. Go!
Aye. Back to the surface, then.
Right side! Incoming! Behind you! Watch out! Diapa! Left flank!
You're on fire, Kratos. It will pass.
A pipe.
A what?
It's, for relaxation. You burn leaves and breathe the smoke.
Oh, can I use it?
No. The fate of these creatures reminds me of a story.
Yeah?
There once was a blacksmith whose king commanded him to construct a box that could contain all the evils of the world. But no metal could hold such power. So the blacksmith used the flame
Mother, please. It's okay.
What is okay?
You don't have to. Look, I know I get sad about this kind of stuff, but it doesn't mean I won't be okay, you know?
Yes.
So, what happened with the blacksmith?
His daughter was the key to unlocking the box. He died, trying to protect her from those who would open it.
You're not gonna have to do that for me.
I know. But I would.
appears we've overstayed our welcome in Alfheim.
Come on, let's go cut it free.
Whatever my future holds, know this, Atreus. I will always do what is best for your future. Even these two understand that there is little choice for a parent.
So, are they?
This one's all yours, brother.
You know what? Never mind.
Wow, didn't know I could get misty. It's beautiful.
Thanks, Father, for doing all this. I know it doesn't solve everything, but it feels like we helped.
No rush to leave yet, is there? Who knows what kind of adventures await us in our freshly lit barrens?
That's a weird place for a lighthouse statue, isn't it?
On top of ancient elven ruins? I'd have to agree. Lad, I've been trying to envision how Thor and Sif came to be such better parents to Thrud than they were to Magni and Modi. Here's how I imagine it. Sif goes straight in hopes that raising a good daughter will redeem their past failures. Thor struggles. Maybe she gives him an ultimatum after some breaking point or other.
Like what he did to Modi, that night he found us.
Oh, that's a death guess, lad. And if that ultimatum worked, well, good for them. Truly.
Jewelry.
Oh? Put it on one of my horns. Let's see if I can pull it off.
No.
These are all light elf graves. This is weird. Shouldn't they be in the temple?
A fair question.
With no clear answer.
Alka! Alka! Alka. Alka! Alka! The mirror. Look at all these books.
An archive of knowledge.
Don't see any light elves around.
For now.
Maybe they've left for the day, and we can browse at our leisure.
Look here.
So, these are the Valine schematics, eh?
You know of him.
Aye. One of the most gifted dwarven smiths around. Until he developed a conscience, anyhow.
These texts alone are not enough to end the Elven War. But restricting their access only serves those who wish to prolong it.
Why would anyone do that?
Many prefer violence than to be challenged by the truth. This book is sealed, but there is an inscription. The console.
Big Veer spoke of an exile of the same name. Odds are he'd like a gander at that particular text.
Looks like the ancient elves wrote a lot. And none of the light or dark elves have seen any of this? Seems like stuff they'd want to read.
Ah, it appears the librarian would like a word.
Lata Frambog.
Sounds like she wants that journal back.
No.
Use a shield strike, brother!
No, Salva. Thought. Megivita. Helga brought him on.
She thinks she's protecting them by hiding all this knowledge away.
Our ally wishes to read this journal. We are taking the book.
Gotta gotta admit, didn't think it was gonna end that way.
Last we traveled here, when the Dark Elf King attacked us, the ramifications were dire for his people. We will not make the same mistake twice.
So, lad, is Trude who you meant when you asked about Viking?
Groot? No. I mean, I wasn't asking about anyone specific. And, well, Skilder likes Groot. But she's only interested in becoming a Valkyrie. She's focused, you know?
Oh, very well, lad. Very well. Just hope you know if you ever need to review anything we discussed.
I know. It's good. I'm fine. Oh, big door.
A token.
Looks like Freyr's carved into it. Maybe it's for good luck, or for use in prayer. That's all of Freyr's tributes, I'd wager. Could fetch a hefty sum with our dwarven shopkeeps.
Food for loud!
Locked. It requires 2 keys.
I wonder what's behind it.
That's the beauty of a locked door. It could be anything. Monsters, treasure. Knowing our luck, it'll be a bit of both.
Careful. Is that Freyr?
Indeed it is.
Wow. Big statue.
That's odd. The runes are dark.
Why would the elves build a giant statue of Freyr? Didn't they just go back to fighting each other after he left?
Difficult to say without an inscription. But it looks like the elves built this place together, light and dark. Which means this would have been their first act of cooperation in generations. A far cry from lasting peace, but perhaps it served as a monument. One that symbolizes the potential for peace.
This statue may have survived Freya's absence, but a truce clearly did not. Monuments are useless to those who ignore their message.
Couldn't he have just, I don't know, cast a spell or something? Made things better permanently?
There wasn't a spell or enchantment to leave behind. Freya's presence is what mattered. His very godhood is what brought life back to this dying land. Eventually he had to choose. Vanaheim or Alfheim.
Doesn't sound like a tough choice. Vanaheim was his home.
It's never easy to walk away from those who need you.
There's already light inside these crystals.
You're right. Normally we'd have to provide our own. Perhaps slotting a crystal on the opposite side could shed some light on this mystery.
I knew you were gonna say that. Monuments are useless. Why are you trying to fix this one?
It was hidden for some time. Perhaps now it can serve as a reminder.
Aye. Nothing reminds people of their history like chiseled, well-lit marble. Looks like we can read the inscription now as well.
Light from the crystals. It is in the sand now.
Would you look at that? Freyr's gift endures after all. Or should I say... presents.
You are not funny.
What's it say, brother?
Father, do you think there will ever be peace in Alfheim?
Peace is difficult after centuries of conflict. It must be found in its own time, from within. It cannot be forced.
But Mom helped you find peace, right? How are the elves supposed to change if no one shows them the way?
Your mother, she trusted me. Gave me the space to find my own way. But you are right, Atreus. She was my guide. Our actions in Alfheim may not bring peace, but by ending the storm and bringing light back to this land, perhaps we have planted the seeds.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Sounds like I'm rubbing off on you, brother.
It is possible. Another flower.
A dawn bloom, maybe. Hey, Niflheim just got a new guest.
Another sleeping troll, courtesy of the dwarves.
You can yell at me if you want. We're leaving.
What would that accomplish?
Might make you feel better.
No. You didn't trust me enough to talk through your worries. That's a wound not easily mended.
I'm sorry.
You needn't be. The fault is mine.
The Berserker gravestone. Prepare for another fight.
Guilty the stolen.
Help them! You are nothing!
Nasty hit! You all right, brother?
Waste of
Look for now!
Brother! Get up! Brother! Guilty the stolen.
Switching!
nothing! What's my time?
Nasty hit! You all right?
Nothing!
Jumper!
You are nothing!
The nerve! Invoking Lyra after what they did.
What's Lyra?
It was a peaceful kingdom, full of artists and poets. But it fell to ruin long ago.
And these berserkers were responsible.
Them and their accursed King Hrolf. What little blood I have still boils at the thought.
Did you live there?
Let's just take this victory and move on, eh?
There is no need to shoulder this burden on your own.
Admittedly, you're shouldering the brunt of the work here. Let me worry about the emotional burden.
Right side! Father! Out! While Odin was giving me a tour, his ravens took us as far... And I saw Durlin again. He was actually trying to do his job. We pretended not to recognize each other. At least I think he was pretending. Point is, it looked like Odin didn't know anything about Durlin helping us find Tyr.
Second key.
Sure enough. It's been a bit since we've unlocked a mysterious door. Excited, brother? Classic. Perhaps we can bring these two animals back to Vanaheim, or Midgard even. Specky and Svanna could use the company. We have kennels.
I don't know. They feel pretty happy here. Alfheim is their home.
I suppose you're right. It just seems lonely out here.
It is peaceful. They have each other. It is enough.
More poetry. Delightful.
The spring! Now's our chance! Behind you! Let's go!
Take yourself an opening! Don't waste it!
Now's our chance! Hafgufa!
I saw Durlin again, too. After we forged the spear, Odin appeared. He had Durlin with him, threatening him, as if he knew I would know him.
But if Odin knew all along, then while we were pretending not to know each other, he was pretending not to see through us. Man, he really is a good liar. Father? There's something angry back there. Ow! Is that a drake? Gale! Watch out! Charging! It's charging!
Your guess is as good as mine. Imprisoning a drake. Can't decide whether to be impressed or horrified.
Either way, it is over now.
So, brothers, How did you manage to kill Garm anyway?
We killed him a few times, actually, but it didn't take. And I figured maybe the way to stop a soulless beast was to give it a soul. So I gave it the one I had on me.
I beg your pardon?
Fenrir, remember the light Father saw? The accidental magic I did when Fenrir died? That was part of Fenrir's soul going into my knife. Once I figured that out, I just put Fenrir into Garm.
Clever one, lad! A gigantic hell beast with the soul of a loyal pup. Bloody brilliant!
Mimir, did you know Garm? Why was he locked up to begin with?
Ah, Hell's feral sentinel. Well, believe it or not, Midgard was once bigger. Until Garm, then just a wee pup, got peckish.
He ate Midgard?
Only a few mountain ranges. And the 5th season that comes after winter but before spring. And a word for the feeling when you get so hungry, you stop being hungry.
You're messing with me.
I would never.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Sindri.
So, how was Asgard?
I had a fight with Heimdall in a huge field of mud. It got everywhere.
No wonder you got out of there.
I brought some back if you want to see it.
Get away from me, you reprobate! If I don't have it, you don't need it.
It fits. Can this lock be opened without damaging the book? The elves in Freya's camp wish to read it.
Oh, a locked book, you say? How mysterious. And an elven lock. Intriguing. If your friends in Vanaheim want it, I'll get it open and pass it along with your regards. A lovely couple. And Atreus? What do you need?
Mimir, you said souls come in 4 parts. Does that mean you can lose some of your soul, but not all of it?
Aye. Form, mind, direction, and luck. Lose any one of them, and the entire being suffers. Still, sometimes luck alone is enough. Just ask your father.
My success does not come from luck.
Ah, the refrain of the eternally lucky.
Hey, Mimir, do you ever notice Thor talk to his hammer?
Oh, still doing that, is he?
Yeah. Is he, like, charming the steel or casting a spell or something?
No, just a weird bloke.
Look over there. Another of Garm's round pairs. That's Hafgufa. That's Hafgufa. Halfway there.
Let's find the rest. Aye, brothers?
Atreus, follow me.
So, Mimir, how did they capture Garm in the first place?
That was Tyr's doing. He lured the beast somewhere safe and kept it distracted by lending his own arm to be gently chewed. Once the chains were on and the gate to Alfheim was opened, Garm bit Tyr's arm clean off in retribution.
But Tyr's not missing an arm.
Well, it grew back, eventually. He is a very resourceful god, after all.
if I hadn't accidentally put Fenrir's soul into my knife, he would have gone to the light of Alfheim when he died, right?
Aye. Were he a god or a human who died in battle, a Valkyrie would have taken him to Valhalla or Folkvanger. Had he been a human or god who died outside of battle, he'd been cast down to Helheim. But Fenrir was a wolf, so his soul would have joined all the others in Alfheim.
Like mothers.
Yes. Like your mother's.
New father, new mother, new fate to suffer. We told what we saw, empowered his lies. Good little ravens, good little spies. Our lives cut short, souls sinking deeper, until gathered up.
By the Raven
An acolyte of Odin's, very secretive, trusted with his dirtiest deeds. Never met her myself.
Brock, when you knew Faye, was she...
Let me stop you right there, killer. Brock ain't one to go breaking no confidences. Not even when it comes to the dearly departed. You don't hear me spreading your business all over town, do you? Smiths don't blab. It's just how it's gotta be.
Ymir, when I was in Asgard, I saw Odin do something to some new Einherjar. It seemed kind of mindless until he cast a spell that restored their identity.
Aye, that was his habit, even when they were confined to Valhalla. I think letting them remember themselves was another small way of cheating death any way he could. Though I wouldn't be surprised if with that small gift of autonomy, he also embeds an undying personal loyalty to himself.
A realm tear made by Garm. We're gonna close it, right? That's almost got it. That's off. Lassa, Rifa! Legendary weapon. You have a favorite, Father?
No. They are tools for specific tasks. A preference would be meaningless.
I like the axe.
I too like the axe. vengeful berserker gravestone.
Right me the villain!
Sword doesn't belong!
Alpha! Left flank!
Guide me, my king!
Who's for loud?
Guide me, my king!
This hill. What is its connection to these spirits?
It's a symbol of their betrayal, their cruelty personified. The sooner we're done with it, the better.
If I can make peace with my blades.
I suppose you're right. If Skofnung rids the land of these bastards, I can stomach its presence a bit longer. Never seen craftsmanship like this before. Can't imagine how old it is. Now, where have we seen an artifact like that before?
Tyr's vault.
Mimir, not try to ask this. There's stories Odin told me, like how he lost his eye, where the details are different from stories you told me. And I trust you, of course, but they don't seem like things you'd have a reason to lie about either.
One thing to remember about liars, lad. They lie. They do it on principle. No issue too big or too small. They lie about anything they can get away with and some things that they can't, just to demonstrate their power over reality. You must always bear that in mind.
Look, the oarsmen.
Ah, yes. The warriors who sailed their langskips across the realm in search of new lands to conquer.
Iron peace, not a golden war.
Iron peace? Doesn't one cancel out the other?
No. It means it is better to live modestly and abide by strict rules of conduct, rather than letting greed be the cause of conflict.
Well said, brother.
Still standing, yeah? The Alpha! Hey, look at this symbol.
Why, that's the crest of Fjotorlund. It was the birthplace of my dear Sigrun. I never knew. now! What's your knife?
Hey, Mimir. When you said Sigrun, did you mean the old Valkyrie Queen?
Aye. She was once a mortal princess of this realm.
Look out!
Look for help!
Quick, my brother! You know, brother, Sigrun told me her kingdom housed a great treasury filled with the spoils of her family's conquests. Perhaps this outpost holds some of that treasure.
Did she say where?
No, just that they kept it hidden.
Here's the other staircase. What's that? Looks like a key.
Wonder what lock that key belongs to.
No lock. It is broken.
Not broken. It's just split in half. Perhaps we could find its partner. What? No. She never mentioned. Oh, an artifact from the River Empire. Never been myself. I hear it's lovely. That a Cavassier poem? Never heard of this one.
Mimir, what did the rune say?
Sigrun. She loved another. A king named Helgi. Seems they were madly in love. But her parents wouldn't let them marry.
It must have been hard for her not to marry who she wanted.
I imagine so.
Mimir, why doesn't Thor look like he did in that statue we saw in the lake? Back when it was still a lake.
It did at first. Then Thor saw it. The second sculpture was a great deal more complimentary.
Guess that explains why Odin's statue doesn't quite look like him either. I can't believe Baldur's dragon is still here. It looks like it landed only yesterday.
Aye, cold preserved it. You've come quite a way since then, lad.
Thanks.
Brother, I've been meaning to ask. Your homeland. I'd heard the gods there wielded every flavor of power you could imagine. Lightning, fire, the whole lot.
As did I, for many years.
Oh. Any chance you could recall some of that magic?
No, I have tried.
Freya said magic is bound to the earth. When your homeland died, your powers probably went with it.
Well, probably for the best. Let the past stay in the past and all that.
Is that the other arm to Tyr's statue?
Defend the peace.
You know, this looks like something a giant would wear.
Good eye. Tyr's bracers were crafted by the finest artisans in Jotunheim. Like Tyr, the Jotnar also believe the best offensive strategy is a good defense. So, this is how they chose to honor him.
The giants were not wrong.
Mimir, wouldn't you prefer to face forward rather than backward?
We already tried.
There were issues with viscera.
Oh.
And there was a brief bit where I thought I might get used to it.
He did not.
Is that the helmet from Tyr's statue over there?
Win minds, not wars.
Tyr understood the greatest fight of them all was the battle for people's hearts and minds. Too bad Tyr has no interest in doing either these days.
That looks an awful lot like a raider camp to me.
Shall we take care of them, brother? A nice knife. Shame it's rusted. Just curious, brother. Why don't you like riddles?
They are frivolous.
They encourage lateral thinking. Listen, there are 3 doors before you. One contains a pit of spikes, one a dragon, and one a pair of lions that haven't been fed in weeks. Which door do you open?
The first. The pit of spikes is easily avoided.
Ah, you should pick the third. Because lions that haven't been fed in weeks would be dead! Eh?
I like this riddle.
Rocker hole!
I see it.
Hafgufa! That's what she was called. I'm trying to remember which god raised her dander up.
It does not matter.
Doesn't it?
If rage is all that remains, her reasons are irrelevant.
Brother, in my travels, I heard of a great battle in your homeland, at a place called the Gates of Fire.
The Hut Gates.
You were there?
No.
Is that regretting your place?
I did regret not dying there for many years, but no longer.
What a beautiful dagger.
Impractical.
Ceremonial.
Father, look. A torch. You think it belongs to a Coal Raider encampment?
I do not know.
If it is, shouldn't we clear them out?
Fire, Kratos! It will burn!
Behind!
Suspect that's all of them.
Father, were those the same raiders we rescued our wolves from when they were caught?
Yes. These were Coal Raiders. Wolf eaters.
I bet they have other camps around here. If so, I'd like to take care of them so they... Can't hurt any more animals.
Perhaps.
out. Helka! Helka. I think I need new socks.
What has happened?
They're wet.
They will dry.
You know, I just knew you were gonna say that.
Then why did you ask?
I'm really not sure.
They will dry.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Ah!
It's gonna blow!
That is all of them. Why do they whine?
There are more Coal Raiders out there, and they know it.
They fear that which can no longer hurt them.
They were only puppies when the Coal Raiders killed their pack. When the wolves smelled them, it was like they became those same scared pups again. Father, why can't you just be, I don't know, kind to them?
You remember, don't you, brother? Watching a stronger man take your family away. Feeling helpless.
I should not have told you that.
Huh?
My brother, Deimos. In youth, he was taken.
Like our wolves.
Yes.
Father, can we build a lyre together?
The instrument. Why?
We hunt, we train. Those are the only two things you do to distract yourself.
They are not distractions.
Oh, of course not.
I just thought it'd be nice to learn some music. You could teach me, and... No. It's stupid. Never mind.
Careful, brother! You're covered in bifrost!
Behind you! Incoming! Kind of weird I miss using this place.
How so?
I don't know. It was a place we could depend on. Just reminds me of a time before everything changed.
Everything changes. Always. Even when you cannot see it.
Well said, brother.
What you need now? About time I had something to do. Take care now.
It's sad the lake freezing over broke the realm travel table.
It is just a table.
I know. And being able to use the gateways to realm travel is way more convenient. But, I don't know. The tree roots spreading, flowers wilting and regrowing, the light show with the crystals. It really was something to see.
It was.
Thor did this?
We both did. The result of our weapons colliding.
Wish I could have been here. Even things up a little.
As do I.
Lads, I thought death had cured me of my appetite. But damn if I can't stop thinking about the smell of Tyr stew. Awakened a fair few culinary cravings, did. Black pudding, haggis and neeps. Oh!
Mother's berry bread.
What about you, brother? Any pre-Fimble winter foods you're aching for?
Olives.
The hell's an olive? Looks to be a sculpture from the southern lands.
What's that over there? It looks like a spear.
Wish for peace. Be ready for war.
Well, I think that's the last of it. Doubtful we'll find any more interesting bits.
Everyone from all 9 realms really loved Tyr, huh?
Where I come from, gods of war are not revered in such a way.
Not all gods of war are the same, brother.
No, they are not.
Father, I wanted to ask you something about your blades. The ones from your homeland.
What of them?
Why don't you just throw them away? See the way you look at them sometimes. Like you're... I don't know. Like you hate them.
Even hateful things have their uses. Besides, I tried. They came back.
that relic? Do you suppose it's the one we read about? Something to counteract a sleeping curse?
Helka! Hey, Mimir. Between me and Tyr, who'd ever guess I was the giant, huh?
Indeed, lad. Nicely done! Keep on it!
You gotta take out these springs!
Nasty hit! You alright, brother? Nicely done! Keep on it!
Father, I know I look like you.
In what way?
Like, bigger. When do I get muscles like yours?
When you work for them.
But Baldur was really strong, and he didn't have any muscles.
My strength does not come from my body, but both are honed by discipline.
What's that mean?
Means you've got the strength of a god no matter what, lad. But if you want the physique of one, you'd better start picking heavy things up and putting them back down. Is that a frost troll? He won't be happy to see us. Did I ever tell the two of you how I made a small fortune in Asgard? Once, Baldur arranged for every archer in the city to open fire on him. We took bets on how many arrows could be lodged in his body until the sheer weight of them made him fall down. Ha!
That's awful.
Oh, no. He was laughing the whole time. And mine was the closest guess. 446 arrows exactly.
That's horrible. You better not tell that story in front of Freya.
Yes, lad. Because I've suddenly taken leave of my senses.
Just saying. Up there, another Coal Raider camp. We should clear that one out too. It'll make our work feel safer. It's gonna blow!
Fire behind you!
You're on fire! But you probably already know that. Alpha! Father, look out! I think that's their leader. The Alpha! Was that the chieftain?
Aye. The Coal Raiders are no more.
I'm sure the wolves will be glad to know.
They're still scared.
Not of the raiders. Do not be afraid. You are safe. Good. Good boys.
They're girls?
Good girls.
That's so weird. We must have been to this part of the lake 100 times, and I've never seen that building before.
Aye. Strange, isn't it? Let's take a closer look.
Behind you! Incoming! Doesn't that big shield look familiar?
It's another piece of Tyr's light that went flying across the lake. Ended up lodged right into this building, apparently. All this must have been hidden behind the ice until that shield smashed through it.
I don't think brute force will work. careful. Hey, that could be useful. That's it. Now, how do we open that gate? Hafgufa! Hey! Falling for my trap.
What?
Nothing. Just playing around. I would fire, but the door. Great. Whoa. What is this place? Father, look. Seagram's insignia. This must be your family's treasury.
Good eye, lad. I wager that door leads to their coffers.
You know, I think that key we found back there goes to this lock.
Not when it's broken in two.
Then let us find the other half. Why do you yawn?
Force of habit, I suppose, since I don't sleep anymore. Although, it's far more confounding that I'm the tired one. I've seen you stay awake for days at a time without so much as a drooping eyelid. Not even a nap.
Gods do not nap.
Oh, tell that to Thor.
What is this place? Some sort of outpost?
At your service. Huh. That might be my best piece yet today. Be safe!
Mimir, another Fyrtulun marking. Look, another one of those cranes. Elka!
Yet another sleeping beast. The handiwork of Alvis Stonefoot. The tablet spoke of a relic that could rouse the trolls. I wonder, do you think we could use such an item on that troll?
Rotates in the other direction. Sigrun came from a kingdom of warriors, huh?
And Sigrun herself was no slouch with a sword.
Yeah, I remember. Behind you! Incoming!
Another ringer! To the left! musical instrument. From your homeland, isn't it? Can you play?
Yes.
Will you?
No.
Well, that's all the lost artifacts from Tyr's temple. Fancy a visit to a certain dwarven shopkeeper? She casts riches and power aside to follow a higher calling with the Valkyrie.
Mimir, did you know, love Sigrun?
Aye, very much so.
Ever.
Perhaps those runes over there can shed some light. That can't be.
It is.
Mimir, what's wrong? What did it say? Father, does that look like part of a key to you?
Perhaps it's the other half of the treasury key. Now that we've made the key whole again, we should head back to the treasury. See what fortunes await inside.
Left side!
Right side! King Helgi massacred her family just because he couldn't have her. Only her brother, Prince Dogr, survived to kill the Mad King.
He killed her family? He said he loved her.
He wished to possess her. It is not the same.
Oh, and all the time Sigrun and I spent with each other, she never mentioned anything about this.
She probably didn't want you to think of her that way. You know?
Whatever you need. Ooh, a souvenir from foreign lands. Say one thing for Tyr, he's got taste. Where'd you find this? Midgard? What can I make for you? I'll disinfect my tools.
There's the treasury. Those keys we found. We should be able to get into the vault. Important. Look out! Jump up! Axes! How about arrows? Hey, what's that skeleton doing there?
Don't know, lad. Not sure I want to.
Here rests Prince Dagger. Wait, Prince Dagger? Wasn't that Sigrun's brother? The one who killed her boyfriend, Helgi.
Aye, he was.
Are you certain you want to read this?
No, brother. You do it.
It seems Sigrun put a curse on her brother for killing the Mad King.
No. Truly?
She did not know the Mad King had murdered her family. What she did was too late. She had cursed her brother. That is why she joined the Valkyries. To atone.
Mimir, you okay?
Yes, lad. Funny. Learning all this only makes me love her more. She chose me despite my flaws, my regrets. Knowing she has some of her own makes me feel closer to her.
I am glad to hear it.
Another one of Dvalin's diagrams.
You spoke of his conscience.
Aye. He saw that the Aesir would likely use his powerful weapons to cut down his fellow dwarves, so he ripped out his design pages and scattered them.
And what of him?
Well, the All-Father found out. He wasn't terribly pleased.
Our souls transformed. Our minds remained. Until those two perverted the king.
Travel to Vanaheim.
Great. You gonna check in on Freya?
Yes.
Glad I get to come this time. So what happened the last time you were in Vanaheim? I still don't know how you got Freya to stop trying to kill you.
We traveled to her village to break Odin's spell. Once freed, she accepted that I was not her enemy.
You also missed a highly entertaining moment where Brock was lifted arse over face in Freyr's camp.
You met Freyr? What's he like?
Different from his sister. Lacks her conviction.
True, but he's a bit quicker to forgive.
And an ineffective leader.
But his heart's in the right place. You'll like him, lad.
Wow. It's beautiful. And, wet.
It is also dangerous.
More dangerous than hell?
You know, there's a mystic gateway closer to Freyr's camp than this.
Lassa! Rifa! Almost got it! Lassa! Rifa!
All of Garm's handiwork has been fixed.
Good. I am glad.
Well, how about that?
I'm glad too. Feels good to fix my mistakes. Should we tell Rostbugger?
Perhaps.
She knew the tears were closed. And there's no reward for closing them, I'm afraid.
We expected none.
Well, then I wouldn't advise staying. She is a corpse eater after all.
Okay. Yeah. And let's go.
Let me upgrade our axe for you. Can't stand to see it looking like that. What'll it be? Now that is an axe. That'll mess some folks up. Let's make something then. We got more lip flapping to do or no?
The hilt is drawn to the gravestone.
It's gonna blow!
Weak suck of the ball.
The enemy
Behind you! Watch out!
behind you, brother!
I felt that one, brother.
Say goodbye.
He's coming! Above you!
Say goodbye. Don't hold back.
His kingdom, Lara. He once lived there.
Before I shacked up with the Aesir, aye. Another of my spectacular failures.
In capturing these spirits, you seek redemption.
I just want to send these bloody monsters hell where they belong. Wouldn't exactly call it redemption, but I know I'll feel better once it's over.